Ladies and gentlemen, the long-awaited, highly anticipated conversation with the Territorial manager of Select Sports, our very own Tim McAvoy. Ladies and gentlemen. Tim, under full disclosure, if someone in soccer doesn't know Tim McAvoy, then they haven't been around. I mean, you are in the top class of all of soccer in the last 50-something years. And you don't look a day over 35.
You need to get to an eye doctor, Kevin, as soon as possible.
All right.
But I appreciate it, and I've had some great company along the way in the soccer community, you included. So it's been a great ride.
Yeah, it has. Yeah. And that brings us to the ride where it's, we had the inaugural year, and then year two, how's it going to go, And I mean, to tell you, you couldn't have written a better script on how the St. Louis High School Champions League is turning out. I mean, Select is really doing it up, man.
Well, it's actually been a terrific honor to be associated with the group, and I can thank quite a few people, but in particular, Coach Mickler, who, as you know, is a close friend of mine and a fellow teammate in a couple sports at CBC, and then helping a couple years up at CBC. And I'd have to say that he's the one who initiated this. He called me, asked if we'd be interested in participating. And as I usually do with Terry, when he asks me something, I usually comply because I know it's always a good endeavor. Whatever he's into, he doesn't take lightly. And when he asks me something, I immediately jump on board, which I was able to do with Select. I got them to sign off on it, and away we went. And incredible, successful first year with Greg Keller and the rest of the board members who helped solidify the first year. It was kind of a run and gun situation, but it culminated with that final last year between St. Dom and the boys final, St. Dominic and DeSmet, and then followed up with the girls final out at Maryville. And both events were terrific, and the Select representation out there was fantastic. And so we couldn't ask to come back. I just came back from meetings with Select Sport at the IMG Academy in Bradenton, and signed on, told them what was going on with Select, the expansion in the cities, and Select is all on board again going forward, full backing. So better things to come, but it's going to be hard to top last year. But I think starting October 15 with the semifinal between SLUH and Ladue, and DeSmet and Oakville at SLUH, St. Louis High, and then followed by the final October 18th at Creve Coeur. It couldn't be better. So pretty excited about it, and a lot of people put in some incredible work into this. So.
Well, pardon why I stand up and applaud. Select. There's the name. And let me tell you something, under full disclosure, if you didn't bring your Select ball with you, you wouldn't have been invited. You got the best soccer ball that I've ever seen in my life. I'm 68. And I've always, from the first time, always been a fan of Select. But my gosh, man, that Virtuoso ball that you got, holy cow, man, that's the best of the best. Wow. How'd you develop that ball, man?
Well, Kevin, as you say, under full disclosure, you are not being paid to endorse the brand. as long as I've known you, you've backed the brand. So I've been with them about 25 years. I was with Adidas for about 20 and Puma for 10, and also associated with Select. So I was in good company with top brands. Select has been around since 1947, which is actually a year older than Adidas and Puma's foundation. So good people, and the artistry that goes into making a ball or a footwear. I was privy to see that done, and if you could see it, I wish there was more films available to see the time and the artistry that goes into making products like this. So that's why it performs well. Select stands for that. That it has to perform extremely well. We hardly ever take a ball back in my 25 years because of a defect. Kids, the young people love playing with the ball, obviously in a professional league, in the Bundesliga, and also in Portugal, all over the world. It's the ball is preferred. The other brands are great balls too, but Select seems to be just a little step ahead on the quality of the product. So. But yeah, you are our main advocate for the brand, and we don't pay you. So that doesn't give you an opening to ask for to be paid. But
yeah, I don't, and I don't pay you. I don't pay. The story comes out is that the universe and Tim McAvoy were as one, and when you came up with the Virtuoso Award, I mean to tell you, baby, wow. Did you feel the eureka moment when you thought of it? Wake up at 3 a.m. or something?
It's funny you say that, Kevin, because I actually gave that some thought for about a week to 2 weeks of what would we come up with. I wanted a special award, a la the Ballon d'Or award with the golden ball. I wanted something that an old mentor of mine, Adidas, taught me that anytime you're a sponsor, like Adidas is worldwide, is you have to tell a story. And that's what I was trying to create with coming up with the name Virtuoso. As a rule, I didn't know what the word meant myself. I looked it up, but I had heard it before, had attributed to musicians and excellent musicians. So I wanted to have something a little bit different. I actually wanted something that no one knew what it meant for the most part. And so they would talk about it and to tell a story. I just didn't want to say MVP because it takes a little bit out of it. I think in today's culture, the kids are intrigued by something that's different, something they have to think about. They have to be inquisitive. So I come up with Virtuoso. I got a little flack for it, but the powers to be, Greg and Terry and the rest of the board all signed off on it, and away we went. And you're probably giving us more marketing in lieu of the fact that you have butchered that word up so many times over the last 2 years that it's made an impact on the community, saying it just created the mystique behind the name. So appreciate that, Kevin.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And, you don't take that Virtuoso Award easily. And those previous two players controlled the game unbelievably, that every time the ball came around them, they were in unison with one another. And the select ball on them, it was just almost like an obvious choice. But if you had, if you didn't know it, if you weren't a virtuoso yourself, you probably couldn't identify them. But my gosh, those two players were unbelievable. And I'm thinking that final coming up on the, is it the 18th, 15th? Yeah, on the 15th. No, on the 18th, right?
18th, yes.
Yeah, that final on the 18th is going to be just as magnificent as it always been. And so man, where I come from, when you're new, it seems like you've been around forever, you know.
I
And,
agree.
yeah, and it's kind of like every season, every. I mean, those pool play that's some great St. Louis soccer being played there. Nobody walked through, and that virtuoso, it carried on in my mind when I'm looking at these players and these teams. You could see the involvement, how it moves to where they stand out to win that pool. It was like undeniable, nobody
Exactly.
nobody gave him anything. And we even had some teams. Well, it's twice now. I think Lindbergh Flyers, they lost on tiebreakers. You
Yeah.
know, and that just goes to show you, man. When you score, you want to score early and often, and get that shutout.
It's the same thing's taking place just about all over. They're getting ready to start in Florida. I talked with Jim Hart and Perry Vanderbeck, Dave Wilson, John Walsh in Florida. That they're all ready to go. We've shipped them all their equipment already. They get started in November. It'll pick up right when we finish, and that'll go into the actually into December when they'll award their champions down there as well. So they're excited just like we are here, and the competition is growing, and the kids are pretty aware, and I think you can thank Dave Ehrenberg as well as Greg and Terry. Done a fantastic job with the best 11 and
Yeah.
exposures he's put up through social media for that, and he's got so many impressions and hits on that. It's incredible. And another huge advocate of the program. I was out and watched his team play the other day. He's got 3 or 4 players that played for me, and so I have a special interest in his team. And he just does everything right, and just like Greg and the rest of the guys at Clayton, or the podiums. The picture you sent me this morning, the walkout podium, the ceremony, the music. It's a special moment, and I encourage anyone who hasn't been to one of the games to get out there on the 15th and on the 18th, if possible. It's a big deal right now, and it's a ticket that's kind of in demand, and people want to be there to be seen, say I was at that game, and so pretty exciting.
I mean, Oakland Avenue should be popping.
It should be.
Yeah, this Saturday, right? The 15th?
Yes.
Yeah. And so at 5 o'clock, you got the 2 heavyweights. They're like 1 and 2 ranked. Here you go with Ladue Rams and St. Louis University High. They're the class 3 and 4 state champions. Holy cow, baby.
Yep.
And then you got, hey, it's not, just one game. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute, baby. You got 7 o'clock kickoff with the Oakland Tigers against the DeSmet Spartans. Now the DeSmet Spartans, they were in the same place last season, but
Exactly.
but Oakville Tigers, baby, the WASA, WAOS, we are Oakville Soccer. Holy cow! I mean, they're like new, but anybody that knows about soccer says Oakville. Watch out for Oakville. What great teams they have had over the years with the before the passing of Dave Robin.
Yes, for sure. Dave was a fellow teammate of mine, so he'd be real proud of that Oakland squad. He was a great coach as well.
Yeah.
But DeSmet repeats. Always he always feels a good team and super competitive. And then obviously you got the SLUH Bills with Bob there and Ladue with Dave. So it's going to be a great doubleheader I encourage everyone to try and get out there if they can.
Yeah.
Enjoy themselves and enjoy the competition.
Yeah, and make it a night, because you got, I guess their concession stand is okay. I don't know. I can't give it the certification I would like to give, but the area. Oh my God, you got some of the best eateries in St. Louis area, right around a couple blocks this way, that way, radius wise. So it's before or after the game, man. It's the place to be. There's no, and you know what? It's so beautiful is that you may remember Aviation Field was the
Oh, yeah.
yeah that that whole park was soccer, 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 and it seemed like only the best games were played there. And and then right down the street you got uh, a soccer field. They're not playing on a football field. That's across the street, but they play on the soccer. And when they come out and they got that select ball, it's hey baby, something's cooking here, man. This is something good. So as far as everybody else, and that's where it I see it, you're separating yourself from all others, to Virtuoso, and that you're not a sponsor, you're a partner with the National High School Soccer Champions League. I mean, my gosh, man. Uh, can you get any better?
No, that's well put, Kevin. The association has just been terrific. The exposure, like I say, we don't charge anything. It's a totally free endeavor on behalf of Select Sport, and it kind of follows the premise that Terry and Greg and the rest, and Jim Hart and the rest of the guys have established, as being totally free, and it's just for the boys and girls who are playing. It's all for their benefit, to enhance the high school program itself. It's just to make high school appealing. It maybe honestly it had dropped off a little bit, and the fellows who got behind this endeavor made great strides in making high school prominent again. There's a lot of players coming back that are playing on these special programs, MLS Next, Academy, whatever you want to call it. Quite a few of them coming back to the high school for a high school experience. And I think the Champions League has a lot to do with that.
Without a doubt. Hey, give you a warning or a plea. As Can you give me 5 more minutes and then we'll wrap it up?
You got it. Not a problem.
Okay. Because I tell you, I think that I possibly got you up to the up and instant for as long as I've ever talked to you without you walking away.
That is not true.
Okay.
I think one time I stayed and talked to you.
So here you go. Every season, everyone, do you have the same judges as last year, or you have some special guest stars?
Usually it's since we've just had the one initial year here. Last year was the first year to present the award. Last year it was primarily Greg Keller and Terry Mickler. Terry did it remotely over the phone. We actually, for the boys' final, St. Dominic player who won it, we actually he had given us enough, regardless of the outcome of the game. He had given us enough by halftime. Terry said, "I think it's a done deal." So we figure that one out pretty quickly. In Florida, it's usually Perry Vanderbeck and Jim and Dave Wilson and John Walsh who will select the recipient of the award in that part of the country. And then the girls' final last year, which was terrific. It was a special moment for me because that terrific young player, Maddie DiMaria, who won the award for Azu, You were there, Kevin. We know what a brilliant player she is.
Man.
A special presentation for me because her grandpa, who has since passed away, was a close friend of mine and my teammate on the team I played on, Junior Cup National Championship. Her grandpa was my dad, the goalie on our team, St. Williams. Nobody talks about St. Williams, we just talk about some of the others.
No.
You guys don't bring it up ever.
Oh, yeah.
You only talk about Philip Mirai.
Oh, no.
There's some other people that won a few things along the way. Just wanted you to know that.
Oh, absolutely.
And there's some soccer other than North County.
Boom.
Okay, I feel better now.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, it was a great honor. And so the tradition lives on this October.
She gave a clinic. She gave a clinic. And
wonderful player. And that young man at St. Dominic, he had a brilliant game as well. It was a tough choice up there. There was 2 or 3 players from both sides, Smith and St. Dominic, that were well deserving.
Right. The young man, it just was the epitome of hard working and smart. That he played it all. That anytime they needed the ball, he had it or he went and got it. And that was really something. And they had to work, Dominic had to work overtime to get the win. But
it was a great match.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to maybe a goalkeeper getting the Virtuoso.
Yeah. And no question.
Well, there you go. And I say that because SLUH, the creator of SLUH, was a goalkeeper.
Yes, he was. It's exactly right. So his family lived on. It's a family-run company right now.
Oh, wow.
Up to this day, it's for conjecture right now. If that stays that way, we'll know more in January. But right now, it's a family-owned company.
Wow.
They take care of their own inside. So,
well, I'm getting ready. I'm preparing for Saturday's matches, and I was custom here at Wales Certified. And by the way, Tim, I want to put you in Wales Certified Hall of Affinity.
That's a great honor.
Well, thank you, Tim. Thank you. And, and in a way, I'm going to stretch it out right here, right now. I'm doing it without a net, baby. All right?
Got it.
St. Williams is in the Wales Certified Hall of Fame. All right.
That's good.
All right. And so what's custom is to say, hey, Tim, whatever you want to say to who you ever want to say it to for as long as you want to say it for.
Okay. The only thing, I just have a couple things, Kevin. This is my 3rd or 4th time with you on this, and I will say that you have done, and I'm not just saying this because we're friends, I'm just saying this as an outsider. Your podcast and some other ones in St. Louis and surrounding areas have really propelled the Champions League and made it, we don't really see it because we don't get to see all the hits and the impressions and likes and all that stuff on social media. But I know it's tremendous response from the young people, and that's who we're trying to reach. And you guys have done a great job of doing that, and you're one of the main proponents of it. You've come a long way. You shocked the hell out of me, but you've done a great job. I mean that sincerely, Kevin.
Well, thank you.
So the only thing I would say, I would like to change. This is, and I get in with Terry and Greg and Vince Drake and Vader, and we talk about it. But I watched soccer in St. Louis all these years. The only thing I would like to see change just a little bit is we used to watch, as we were young, we used to watch soccer made in Germany.
Yeah.
I think if we change our mindset a little bit, and this is me up on my podium saying, I want to go back to soccer made in St. Louis.
Right.
And I want to talk about St. Louis and not try and emulate what everybody else is doing elsewhere. Let's go back the way we used to do it, with intensity, love of the game, and get away from all robotic teaching, and let's let the young men and women enjoy themselves, smile when they're playing. If they do, they will play better. It's proven. If you enjoy yourself, you'll play better. And maybe we won't have as much burnout, and we'll have these kids continue to play and continue to love the sport. And that's what I'd like to see happen for St. Louis. More of that. So, and the only other thing I have to say, Kev, because of you're such a proponent and got my Virtuoso Award on the map, I have a conflict on October 18th. My granddaughter, it's a big day for us. She's getting married on October 18th. I've already told Greg and Terry I won't be able to attend the final. So I have to have someone else present the award. So if you would be so kind as to take a couple moments that night away from your microphone to come over on behalf of myself and SLUH to present the Virtuoso Award, I'd sincerely appreciate it.
Jeez, man. I'm on bended knee, Irish. Wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I hope you do that. Terry and Greg have both signed off on it.
All right. Thank you, man. Thank you.
It shocked me. They signed off on it without questioning my my brains. But anyway, we'd really like you to do that for us.
Oh, man. I'll get a haircut and everything, man. All right. Oh, man.
Just don't drop the trophy.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's in the case. It's okay. But
it's in the case. Yeah, you'll be covered.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Thank you.
Oh, sure. No, thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, on behalf of Wales Certified, man, I mean, this is really something, man. This is kind of like the first, unless I've forgotten, this is the first whoopee-doo I ever received.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you're appreciative of it. I hope this doesn't kill the endeavor. But I'll be pulling for you.
All right, man.
I
hope they got the microphone. We'll put it up loud. I'll bring it.
I know you will.
All right. Thank you.
Okay,
thank you.
Kev.
All right, Irish. Take care of everybody.
All right.
And congratulations, Grandpa. There you go.
Thank you, man.
All right, man.
Appreciate it.
Right on.
Thanks, Kevin.
Okay, bye-bye.